Hello, this is Julie Fast. I'm here to talk today about my Masterclass Bipolar Disorder and Marijuana. This is such a hot button topic that I decided to do a video interview so you could hear from me directly why I'm doing this class, what it's about, and what it's not about. Please know that I fully support the medical use of marijuana when appropriate. In fact, I've used it that way myself. And that also gave me many experiences that I will tell you about in this masterclass, because as a person with bipolar disorder who has experienced psychosis since age 19, I'm always very careful about what I put in my body. I also work as a coach for parents and partners of people with bipolar disorder, and I noticed over the last few years that many of the people writing me were writing me about loved ones' symptoms that didn't fit into a traditional bipolar disorder diagnosis. And this is when I started interviewing clients about what was happening. And with well over 50% of what I was seeing, many of the symptoms correlated with the use of marijuana. Now, please know that this masterclass is not going to discuss the political ramifications of medical marijuana or the legalization of marijuana. This is purely a class where I share my research and my treatment program that I teach for people who want to know how medical marijuana and or recreational marijuana can affect the brain of people with bipolar disorder and schizoaffective disorder. This is about education. I approach it with a true heartfelt idea that the better we can educate ourselves as people with mental health disorders, and the better that people around us, parents, partners, bipolar disorder educators such as bloggers and writers, and healthcare professionals, the better that they also can understand how to help us, then the more stability we can have in our lives. This class will cover 3 steps. First of all, I talk about medical marijuana and recreational marijuana from a personal point of view, because I smoked a lot of pot in the 80s, I can tell you. And then also after a bike accident, I used medical marijuana for chronic pain. I'm also going to cover how marijuana has changed over the last 20 years and what it has in terms of cannabinoids and THC and other elements that it can affect the brain of people with bipolar disorder and schizoaffective disorder. I will then discuss the symptoms that I see in myself and the people I've worked with who tell me about their loved ones when somebody uses marijuana and it adversely affects our brains. And then finally, I will share my treatment program that I've used for hundreds of clients to help a loved one who has bipolar disorder or schizoaffective disorder naturally, using a harm reduction program, get off marijuana if needed. Please know, this is not a political course. This is not about the legalization of marijuana or who should use it or not use it recreationally. It is simply a discussion and a fantastic webinar where if you have questions about how marijuana affects people with mental health disorders, you can learn the information you need for yourself or to share with someone else. I greatly welcome anybody who would like to join me on this course. I am open to all questions and all discussions about the topic, and really look forward to sharing the information I have from personal and professional experience. Let's learn how marijuana affects people with mental health disorders, and let's learn to keep people out of hospitals, reduce psychosis and mania, and find stability for all of us who have these disorders. I hope you can join me. The class is January 20th. You can sign up from the link below, and any questions you have, please put them in the comments area. But please know, this is an educational course. I do know that marijuana has helped many people around the world. Let's limit and keep our discussions to marijuana and bipolar disorder. And if you have questions about how these guys interact, please join me for my class. Thank you.